Hello friends, today we will learn about computational thinking and understand what is computational thinking. For this, we just take an example of a boy, Aryan. Suppose Aryan is a class 6 student who wants to plant a large number of trees to make his large colony green again after a significant amount of tree cutting was done to widen the roads. He wants to plant 2000 trees for which he needs a large number of seedlings. His budget is limited and he cannot afford to buy so many seedlings. After consulting with some conservation experts and online research, he concludes that seedlings can be grown at home at a lesser cost. He first breaks this massive task into smaller ones, studies each subtask individually, and works a stepwise solution for each task. As a result, Aryan succeeds in getting 1000 new trees planted and his colony is now green again. How does Aryan accomplish this task successfully in spite of being new to it? He does it by using a technique called computational thinking. So now, what is computational thinking? Computational thinking is a thought process that teaches us how to solve complex real-world problems in such a way that a human or computer can effectively carry these out. It is a fundamental skills for everyone, not just for computer scientists. It involves solving problems by following the concepts necessary for computer science, which includes logical reasoning, devising step-by-step solutions, and designing systems. Now, components of computational thinking. There are 5 key components of computational thinking. First, analysis. Analysis is the process of understanding the problem and conditions and defining the goals. Second, decomposition. Breaking down large problem into a smaller part which are easier to understand is called decomposition. The smaller parts can be examined closely and solved individually. Third is pattern recognition. Observing patterns, trends, and similarities in the data is known as pattern recognition. When you discover a pattern, it becomes easier to make predictions and create rules to solve other problems. Abstraction. Abstraction is the process of filtering out details or components of the problem to focus on the relevant ones. Then, algorithm design. It is the process of developing a list of steps that we can follow to finish the task. Now, let's understand how the above discussed problem is solved by using the elements of computational thinking. Analyzing. Aryan analyzes the problem well in advance when many trees are being cut. He learns or senses that the environment is getting polluted, so he needs to plant more seedlings with the help of more persons and his neighborhood to make a green environment. Here the problem is, the environment is getting polluted and the goal is to purify the environment. Decomposition. Decomposition makes the task more manageable. Here, Aryan breaks down the task of planting a large number of seedlings into the following steps to make the job more organized. First, find donors for contributing to the expenses. Collecting seedlings and seeds from various sources. Arrange for nursery bags and containers. Organize soil, compost, and natural pesticides. Bagging of seeds or seedlings. Nurture the seedlings until they are ready for plantation with adequate water. Convincing colony people to plant the seedlings around their homes and nurture them. Now, pattern recognition. What are the patterns? Imagine that we want to make a drawing of different kinds of birds. Since all birds share some common characteristics like they all have eye, beaks and wings. So we can quickly draw a bird by including these standard features. In computational thinking, these standard characteristics constitute patterns. In the earlier example of the making seedlings, Aryan searches on the internet and talks to experts who have already made seedlings in a large quantity. He recognizes similarities between his goal and an existing procedure that experts have followed. Now, pattern exists among different problems and within the individual issues. We need to look for both. Patterns make our task more manageable because they help us to make predictions and use the same techniques that have been proven to solve similar problems in the past. Abstraction. Abstraction focuses on essential features and avoids unnecessary complexity. As in the above example, while searching on the internet and talking to experts, Aryan gets various inputs and then finds the solution that seedlings can be planted at home at a lesser cost. An algorithm employs logical thinking to develop a step-by-step strategy to solve any problem. It involves bringing all of the above elements together to design a solution. One algorithm can be applied to solve multiple problems with the same pattern. The algorithm can be represented in the form of flowchart or plain English text. Computer science. This algorithm can be converted into program using a computer language. It means that by using any computer language, you can convert this algorithm into a program. Aryan makes the following algorithm to accomplish his task of preparing low-cost saplings. During the monsoon season, many seeds can be found fallen under the trees, so he decided to collecting seeds and samplings. Also, newly sprouted seedlings can be collected from under the trees which germinate from the seeds that had fallen and grown naturally. The seeds and saplings can be obtained, making sure that the saplings collected have their roots intact. Nursery bags can be acquired from local nurseries for making sampling containers. Alternatively, plastic bottles can be recycled into making saplings container by slicing them in the middle and making small holes for excess water to drain out. Coconut shells can also be used as bags for smaller plants. Now, making the mix needed for nursery bags. Compost can be obtained from nurseries. Kitchen waste mixed with dry leaves or sawdust can also be used to make compost in a couple of months by keeping it in a container and mixing it to aerate it regularly. Making the mix needed for nursery bags. This can be mixed along with soil and coconut husk shreds from temple offerings to create the mixture required for bagging the saplings. Grounded neem seeds make a natural pesticide and can be added to the mix to help seedlings survive longer. Bagging of seeds or samplings. For the saplings, the bags are partially filled with the mixture. First, saplings are inserted in the bags and then the bags are filled till the roots are covered with the mixture. For the seeds, first the bag is filled with the mixture, then the seeds are placed at around 1 inch deep from the surface of the bag. Nurturing of saplings. The saplings bags are then kept in the area which had the right mix of rain, shade and sunlight to help them grow to a 2 to 3 feet height before they could be planted in the ground. The saplings are sprayed periodically with a natural pesticide which can be made at home with a diluted cow urine and ingredients like garlic and ginger. It takes about 8 to 10 months for this process to complete. Now planting. Once the saplings have grown to the appropriate height, they can be planted in the ground. Now know the fact. Muhammad ibn Musa al-Khwarizmi was a Persian scholar who produced work in mathematics and astronomy. He is also known as the father of algorithms. Now, algorithm. Planting. A flowchart is a type of diagram that represents an algorithm and its workflow. So, the first step is algorithm. We just simply write down the steps in English language or Hindi language that how to accomplish the task, and then with the help of flowchart we are converting that simple lines into a flowchart. This diagrammatic representations illustrate a solution to a given problem. The problem discussed here can be understood with the help of the flowchart. You can see that now algorithm converted into the flowchart. Here start, then collect seeds and samplings, prepare or buy containers, prepare the mix, then check is it a seed or saplings. If it is a seed, then insert the seed an inch below the soil surface. Or if it is a saplings, insert the saplings in such a way that the roots lie below the soil. After that, nurturing, planting and stop. Let's know more. Flowchart uses rectangles, ovals, diamonds and several other shapes to define the type of steps along with connecting arrows to define the flow and sequence of the process. Now, applying reasoning to make decisions. Everyone makes decisions in daily life. Some of our problems are so general that we hardly take any time to decide on them. But sometimes when a problem is complex, it needs our wisdom and experience to take decision. Difficult situations require more reasoning and skills to solve the problem. Let us understand this with the simple mathematical equation. Problem is, to calculate the sum of the first 10 odd numbers, we do what? Like that, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19 and it is equals to 100. Looking at the first 10 odd numbers from 1 to 9, we can easily notice that 1 plus 19, 20, 3 plus 17, 20, 5 plus 15, 20, 7 plus 13, 20, 9 plus 11 also 20. In this problem, there are 5 pairs. When these are added individually, the answer comes out to be 20 as shown above. Therefore, the sum of odd numbers is 5 multiplied by 20 equals to 100. Hence, by following the above method, we can calculate the sum of first 20 or 50 odd numbers easily. Now, we can solve the simple equation quickly like this. 15 plus 15, 30. 60 divided by 3, 20. 16 multiplied by 2, 32. 40 minus 25, 15. When a mathematical equation is complex, it needs our right reasoning to solve it. For example, this given equation requires what? Here we need to apply the BODMAS rule to give correct solution. Let us take another situation. Suppose you have to select two games in your school from the given list. Outdoor games given and the day given. Indoor games given and days given. Condition is that there are certain conditions and rules to be followed by every student before making the selection from the given list of 8 games. Rules to select the combination of each games are as follows. Each student has to select at least 2 games. The selection of one game from each section is mandatory. The periods for 2 selected games should not fall on the same day. Look at the shapes given here. You can see 3 shapes are given. Now what is the 4th one? How we can decide, or how to just move to that condition, that how can get that 4th shape? Read the problem carefully. Here 3 shapes are given. What comes next in the sequence? This is the task. Here identify that goal to find the 4th shape in the sequence. Information means that what information given by all 3 designs, or you can say shapes. In the sequence, the first shape has 4 sides, second shape has 5 sides, and third shape has 6 sides. So now you can guess what is the 4th shape. Yes, correct. The next shape should have 7 sides. To work out the solution in a step-by-step manner, we have to see all the shapes one by one and reach to our goal. Now, using computational thinking for programming. When you are developing an IT application, computational thinking enables you to work out exactly what to tell the computer to do and then convert the solution into a programming language. Children, understand, before creating any software or programming programs, we require to create some algorithm. Means first is to find the problems, then write down the steps how to solve the problems. That is algorithm. And then we convert that algorithm into a flow chart. After that, flow chart is converted into a program sequence. The computational thinking technique gives us the courage to solve problems and design systems that none of us would be capable of tackling alone. Moreover, the practice of computational thinking fosters key skills in children like perseverance. Children learn not to give up and learn not to be intimidated by the complexity of problem. Like in the previous example, Aryan was able to accomplish a large and new task by following the principles of computational thinking. Debugging. In the process of trying various possible solutions and finding the most appropriate one, children learn to find and fix errors. In the given example, Aryan broke down the project into smaller tasks and assigned the duties to the volunteers. He done what? Plan, do, check, and act. This way, if there is an error in the procedure, it will be easy to identify where the error has occurred and rectify it. Creating. Children learn to think creatively and novel solutions. They'll also learn to develop models for multiple uses. For example, when Aryan realized that planting seedlings will be too expensive, he found a way to make seedlings at home. Experimenting. Children gain the courage to experiment and lose the fear of failure. So children, in this chapter we understand all the concept of computational thinking. Now we just take a recap of that. Computational thinking is a problem-solving thought process which includes logical reasoning, devising step-by-step solutions, and designing systems. There are 5 key components of computational thinking: analysis, decomposition, pattern recognition, abstraction, and algorithm design. Analysis means understanding the problem and conditions and defining the goal. Decomposition means breaking down a large problem into smaller parts which are easier to understand and manage. Pattern recognition means observing patterns, trends, and similarities in data. Recognizing patterns helps us to make predictions and use a technique that have been proven to solve similar problems in the past. Abstraction means filtering out irrelevant detail of the problem to focus on the relevant ones. Algorithm design means developing the list of steps that we can follow to finish the task. An algorithm employs logical thinking to develop a step-by-step strategy to solve any problem. Logical thinking helps us to develop a step-by-step solution for any given problem. The practice of computational thinking fosters key skills in children like perseverance, debugging, creating, and experimenting.